Relax, Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. This is exactly what I saw when I went to Marraraba. Some people have sold their integrity for political campaign. Look at their faces. Deceiving the citizens and feeding them with lies. I'll be playing a record of their video. Oh yeah, listen to what they have to say. To fear poor una speech. Has it not gotten to the extent of using children for political campaign? Just imagine sharing biscuit and 500 naira for this children. The worst of it all is tribalism. I said I will never talk about politics, but they pay me for body, they pay me. Shame no, they catch these old men and they listen to them. If you these are basic social amenities that are supposed to be provided to the citizen for crying out loud. We don't like us, we don't do e-gates for our airports them. Plenty other things go come. And our baba they drown. They are not sending GMO food to Nigeria. The citizens are dying of hunger. You are talking about price of food is increasing by the day. What about the educational system? If you see government schools today, shame go catch you. The government no longer provide job opportunities for the youth. When will Nigeria ever get better? Have you forgotten so no be all of us suffer for cashless? Some of una go see collect 500 naira vote for our grandfather.
Hello everyone. Okay, you saw it there. First of all, I don't even know whether campaign has started. The campaign hasn't started. You're not supposed to be out there doing campaign. At the same time, I don't even know what it is that they're doing, but they're telling us that, oh, Tinubu, yeah, we should relax, telling them, well, it's not telling them to relax, that Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. But the thing they don't realize is that a hungry stomach, you can't tell it to relax. No matter how you try to spin it, that Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. People are feeling it. People are feeling the hunger. People are feeling the expenses. Honestly, things are so expensive. And the last time I checked, there was this report recently that came out that something about ability to get food in Nigeria has so worsened. Many people don't know where their next meal is going to come from. You can imagine what it is when you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. You don't know how do I put it now? You don't know where your next meal is going to come from. You don't know where you're going to be at. How do you take care of your children? How do you take care of it? A lot of things, going on. So, and then you come with propaganda. Well, people, they're going to collect the 500 naira and biscuit. No doubt about it. But it's one thing to try to convince people out of the hunger they are currently going through. And one thing with human beings is that when they experience it, they learn it more better. They might not be able to learn it with another person. They'll still be like, oh, this is that. But the hunger, go, is affecting the person. And the person is going to learn from it. And then the other thing also is on the issue of poverty and weaponization of poverty, because this is clearly a classic example of weaponization of poverty. You've made the people extremely poor. Now you're telling them whatever it is you're telling them, and then you're giving them a bit of money because they are not delighted and happy with that small money that you're sending, that you're giving them, or you've just given them. They cannot even interrogate you. They cannot tell you that, hey, what are you doing? This thing is wrong. You can't do this and stuff like that. So they're just sort of like helpless at the moment. The fact that they are able to collect that particular thing, that is all that will seem to matter to them. It's just one funny kind of a thing. You just look at it and you're like, But one thing for me, though, is the fact that a lot of people are now becoming more just being active citizens. It's so heartwarming seeing how citizens are taking charge. They are speaking, they have their phone, they can talk, they can put things out, they can they can set agenda. When they talk about agenda, I know in Nigeria we spoil the agenda to mean, oh, something bad that people are doing. Whenever there's going to be a policy change, it starts with agenda setting. Agenda setting simply means you bring the situation to the front, to the table, so that it will be discussed, and then from there on you go on to go and get the policies that is going to rectify whatever problem it is, solve it, make it better, and all of that. So that whole thing, citizens are now so invested. You see them taking information, you see them speaking out, you see them saying something, and you could hear her in that video saying that when it comes to politics, it's one thing that she really don't want to take to be part of. But on this case, she felt that she actually needed to speak out. So that's for me one thing that really gladdens my heart, how so much citizens are ready and willing to become active citizens and ensure that their rights is upheld and the right thing is done for them. One of the things that we must understand in this country is that, look, there are no slaves in this country. Yeah, they might treat us as slaves, but we are not slaves. And no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. And every one of us, we have the capacity to make things work. So let's do it. Let's stop being afraid. Let's stop saying that, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I don't think we can. It's a lie. They will defeat them. And they tell people, Tinubu, he no had anything. That's why I say to people, don't look at it as institutions. Look at it as people. There are people who are manning those institutions. You see those people that climbed that this thing. If they did not agree to climb it, and nobody did, there won't be anything there. I don't blame them. Everybody had the right to support whoever it is that they want to support. I have someone I support, and nobody is going to stop me from supporting it. Nobody's what people will say. So what I say also has nothing to do with the support they are doing. They have a right to support, they will support, and that's the freedom, the freedom. What we ask for, however, is that for there to be that same freedom equated to everything. Free, fair, credible election doesn't just start from when you're putting the ballot paper. Allow people choose whatever it is that they want to choose, and whatever it is that they end up choosing, then that becomes what it is that they want, and or what is it that they get, or what is it that they desire. So that's just, for me, that's just the thing that are out there. But hey, 2027 election is going to be really interesting, and for every Nigerian, this is not the time to say, I don't want to do politics. Politics is dirty. And like I always say, we continue to say politics is dirty, but meanwhile, guess what? They are dirtying our lives with the politics that we refuse to participate in. Thank you for watching. Bye.